Picture this, a young artist with an electrifying stage presence, genre-bending music and a personality that commands attention. She's got the internet buzzing, critics divided, and an entire fan base hanging on her every move. This isn't just any rapper, this is Doechii. Some people call her the future of hip-hop, others say she's the industry's best kept secret, and then there are those who, well, just don't get it. But one thing's for sure, Doechii is making waves. She's breaking molds, setting trends, and redefining what it means to be a modern artist. So what makes Doechii so special? Where did she come from, and how did she rise to the top? What's all the hype about? And now that she's won a Grammy, what does the future hold for her? Strap in, because we're about to take a deep dive into the curious case of Doechii. What's up, Insomniacs? Jake from Sleepless Records here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the curious case of Doechii. Before we jump into the video, hit that subscribe button and join the Sleepless Society today. And now, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Chapter 1. The Come Up. Who is Doechii? To understand Doechii's meteoric rise, we have to go back to the beginning. Born Jayla Hickman in Tampa, Florida, Doechii wasn't just another kid with a dream. She was a force of nature from the start. Her musical influences ranged from Missy Elliott to Outkast to alternative pop and R&B, giving her a unique sound that refused to be put in a box. She first started making waves on SoundCloud, dropping tracks that showcased her ability to switch between rapid-fired bars and hypnotic melodies effortlessly. But it wasn't just her music that caught people's attention. It was her persona. Theatrics, fashion, visuals. She was already creating an entire experience with her artistry before the industry even knew her name. Her breakthrough moment came in 2020 when she dropped Yucky Blucky Fruitcake. The song was quirky, confident, and downright addictive. It felt like a breath of fresh air in an era where the mainstream was saturated with similar sounding trap beats. TikTok caught wind of it and the rest is history. Chapter 2. The Rise. From internet darling to industry heavyweight, with viral success under her belt, Doechii did something a lot of artists struggle with. She capitalized on the moment without losing her artistic identity. Instead of leaning into the TikTok formula, she doubled down on what made her different. She signed with Top Dog Entertainment in 2022, a label known for powerhouse artists like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, and Schoolboy Q. Suddenly, she wasn't just an underground phenomenon. She was playing in the big leagues. From there, Doechii kept the momentum going. Songs like Persuasive and Crazy showcased her versatility. One minute, she's giving you a vibey neo-soul anthem. The next, she's unleashing a feral, punk-inspired rap banger. She wasn't just rapping, she was performing, blending different personas, aesthetics, and emotions into one unpredictable package. Her live performances, a whole nother level. Whether it was rolling around on the floor at the BET Awards or delivering intricate choreography in her music videos, Doechii knew how to put on a show. Chapter 3. The Controversies. The price of being different with any rising star, controversy is bound to follow, and Doechii was no exception. Her fearless approach to artistry sometimes rubbed people the wrong way. Her provocative visuals, boundary-pushing lyrics, and refusal to conform to industry norms led to mixed reactions. Some accused her of being too weird or trying too hard to be different. Others praised her for breaking barriers in a genre that often rewards sameness.
So, 2024.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah.
And it's not like you arrived overnight. You spent years building up to this moment.
Absolutely. I've been making music for a very long time.
Yes, and we've appreciated it throughout, but equally recalibrating your own inner self so that your outer self reflects yourself correctly. I feel like that's what these years have really been. And not to try to kind of put a ribbon on it, because that work will continue throughout your whole life, but how sort of important has the last 3 years been for you as a human before we even heard the art, just the decisions you made to just get yourself in balance?
Yeah, it's meant a lot to me. I have learned so much about myself through the industry. That's the thing. It's not just about the industry. I've learned so much about myself and my mental willpower and what I like and what aligns with me and how that reflects through my music. And so this year in particular has been this blossoming of work that I've been doing for a very long time internally. And now it's finally showing itself.
In 2023, she made headlines after a particularly wild performance that had conservative media clutching their pearls. You know the drill. Is this what music has come to tweets? Think pieces about the state of hip hop and all that jazz. But Doechii, in true Doechii fashion, didn't apologize. Instead, she doubled down, reminding everyone that art is meant to challenge, provoke, and evolve.
But Doechii's sound is just different. Like,
I don't.
you.
I listen to her. I don't know where she's from. She just
That's right.
Another galaxy is different.
Thank
I
you.
will always say Spooky Coochie is my favorite song. I know you ain't talking about Alligator Bites Never Heal, but like, girl,
Yeah.
that's my jam.
Thank you.
Right there. Yeah.
But let's talk about the name of the album
Yeah.
or mixtape. Is it mixtape or album?
Mixtape.
Mixtape. Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Yes.
Why is the name of that? And you talk about it all the time, but this is a different.
I know.
This is a group of people.
I know. I mean, today it's like, it's about this never-ending cycle of life of you always have a series of truths that you have to constantly come to within yourself over and over again. It's about patterns, essentially. It's like when you get over one hurdle and you cool in, then you have another one to jump in, and it's another one. And it's just about accepting that there's always going to be more to discover about yourself. There's always going to be more things to dislike about yourself or like about yourself the more you go on in life. And that's what it's about. Ultimately, you'll always be wounded in some type of way, and then you'll always heal.
Chapter 4. The Critics. What are people saying? Critics have been divided on Doechii from the jump. Some hail her as the next big innovator in hip-hop, an artist willing to take risks in an industry that often plays it safe. Others don't quite know where to place her. Is she a rapper, a singer, an avant-garde pop star? The beauty of Doechii is she's all of these things at once.
So even if this record isn't as well groomed as I hoped it would be going into it, it's still incredible that Doechii seemingly has the capacity to do it all if she sets her mind to it. The main issue though is that there's not really a whole lot of organization to all of it and very little follow through on some pretty key tracks. So yeah, that's ultimately how the tape falls short, but again, with this thing being categorized as a mixtape, I guess you could kind of understand how she wouldn't go all out with her biggest beats, her biggest choruses, or really any show-stopping features.
Major publications like Rolling Stone and Pitchfork have praised her for pushing boundaries and bringing something fresh to the table. At the same time, some old-school hip-hop heads aren't quite sold on her genre-fluid approach. But here's the thing, Doechii isn't here to fit into a mold, she's here to break them. Chapter 5. The Grammy Moment, a star cemented. Then came the big moment in 2025, the Grammy Awards. Doechii had been nominated before, but this time she won. Best Rap Album. It was a full circle moment. From an underground SoundCloud rapper to a Grammy-winning artist, Doechii had officially arrived. And in her acceptance speech, she made it clear that she was just getting started. Now for a bit of a side note. Right after her Grammy win, I saw on Twitter/X or whatever you want to call it nowadays, a lot of people saying they've never heard of her, they've never heard any songs from her, etc, etc, you know, the same mumbo jumbo. To which I'm like, that's just crazy how an artist as big as her, with millions of streams, millions of views, can literally win a Grammy without the majority of music listeners hearing your music. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Makes me wonder how many artists there are out there that's crazy, game-changing, evolutionary stuff that I'm just totally not aware of. It's a bit food for thought. Anyway, back to the actual script. Chapter 6, The Future. What's next for Doechii? So, what does the future hold for Doechii? If her career so far is any indication, she's not slowing down. More music, more performances, more reinvention. She's an artist that thrives on unpredictability. So expect the unexpected, whether she's dropping a punk-inspired rap album, collaborating with avant-garde artists, or venturing into film and fashion. One thing is clear, Doechii is here to stay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives. See you next time. Good night.
I'm gonna say something, but I want to say it directly to like the camera because I feel like there's gonna be like some up and coming artist who really needs to hear this. You have to have somebody next to you that can remind you of who you are when you're doing these things, because people who've been doing it longer than you will sometimes try to convince you that you don't know what you're talking about. And if you allow those voices even a little bit to get in the way, you can doubt yourself. And doubt breeds chaos. And so still be a student. Be a student of yourself. Be a student of your craft. But at the same time, keep somebody next to you who can tell you and remind you of who you are and ground you in that. Yeah, that's it. It's really important in the creative process. And there were a lot of ideas that I would have probably talked myself out of or allowed somebody else to talk me out of if Jada wasn't like, no, this is you, this is a dope idea, move forward with it, shut up, stop doubting yourself, and keep going. That's it.